Hello everyone, this is Fine from Awesome Tech Gaming Pro. I hope you all are well. Today I'm going to talk about the newly released Intel Arc B580 graphics card, and you clearly see the benchmark between Intel Arc B580 RX 6700 XT, 6750 XT and nvidia RTX 4070. Both are 12GB graphics card. Intel claims, for instance, that while the B580 is slightly slower than an RTX 4060 in Forza Motorsport at 1440p with ray tracing disabled, the increased memory footprint of the game's Ultra RT setting sees the B580 crank out 64% faster frame rates when enabled. Latentness has been given a range of tweaks to make it faster power-core than the old Alchemist Intel GPUs. To achieve this performance, Intel has made various tweaks to Battlemez's architecture versus the original Alchemist GPUs. Then headlines involve higher shader utilization and lower software overheads. Details include 3-way co-issue, 256KB L1 cache, and upgrade from 16MB L2 cache to 18MB and a larger pixel cache. But perhaps the most significant overhaul involves the RT engines. The traversal pipelines and box intersections have a 1.5 times performance increase over Alchemist, while triangle intersections and the BBH cache are both 2 times faster. Although Battlemez certainly seems to have a very competitive ray tracing engine. Intel has also overhauled its XMX engines, which are equivalent to NVIDIA's AI accelerating tensor cores, and has a new version of its upscaling platform known as XeSS2, which includes FrameGen tech. But I will cover that in a separate story. At launch, Intel says board makers including Acer, ASRock, Ganir, Maxon, Onyx, and Sparkle will have graphics cards and offer. So a reasonable array, it seems, but not exactly the most familiar roll call of AI beasts. It's fair to say. The overall conclusion here is that the Intel B580 looks pretty appealing at $250 compared to an RTX 4060, but it's arriving so very late in the current GPU product cycle. NVIDIA will likely have a new RTX 5060 available by spring. So the B580's window of opportunity to narrow. Had it arrived a year ago, as we suspect Intel originally planned, it would have been far more interesting. Meanwhile, the question remains whether Intel will launch a faster Battlemez GPU, a larger BMG G31 GPU with performance to match or even beat an RTX 4070 has been rumored for some time. Given the margin by which the Intel B580 undercuts the RTX 4060, you might have expected a BMG G31 board to come in about $400. If it really did beat an RTX 4070 at that price, well, it could have been killer. As it is, there's no sign of it for now, and we have very expectation of a new RTX 5070 with more performance early in the new year. At which point, and BMG G31 based board would either somehow have to get a lot faster or just way even cheaper to make any sense. So if you see the benchmark in this 4 GPU on Decision Evil 4 1440p resolution, the Intel Arc B580 12GB graphics card gives 60 average FPS, 6700 XT, 68 average FPS, and RX 6750 XT gives 73, and RTX 4070, which is so much powerful, giving 83 FPS. But on 4K resolution, the Intel perform and fight well, giving 37 average FPS, which almost similar to AMD RX 6700 XT, and as usual, our NVIDIA RTX 4070 is so much powerful. To round off the key specifications, the Intel B580 is a 12GB card with a 192-bit bus, which gives it much more powerful memory subsystem than the RTX 4060. It has more bandwidth than the RTX 4060 Ti. That's the question. And only the 16 GB version of the 4060 Ti can match or beat the Intel Arc 580's VRAM. It boasts 20 of Intel's Xe cores, and by our reckoning, 2560 shaders that compares to 32 cores and 4096 shaders of the existing top Intel GPU. The Arc A770, for the record, the nvidia RTX 4060 rocks 3072 shaders through Intel's and nvidia's architectures aren't directly comparable. And the popular game Cyberpunk 2077, Intel Arc slightly lower performance, only giving 92 average FPS, and AMD 86 average FPS, and RTX 4070 gives 112 average FPS, which is very good on 1080p. But on 1440p, the Intel is better than AMD 6700 XT, giving 62 average FPS, 10% better, I will say, but it never catch RTX 4070. It may catch RTX 4060 Ti. And 4K resolution, Intel fight very well, giving 30 FPS, and AMD pretty low, only 22 average FPS, 6070 RX 50. On Red Dead Redemption 2, you clearly see on 1080p resolution, this graphics card performs well, giving 100 average FPS, and AMD giving 90 average FPS, which is 10 FPS is lot, but RTX 4070 115 average FPS, which is very high on HD resolution. On 1440p, Intel gives 77 average FPS, which is similar to AMD 6750 XT, and nvidia RTX 4070 giving 92 average FPS. On 4K resolution, Intel gives pretty solid FPS, 49 average FPS, which is similar to RX 6750 XT. If you see the power consumption, Intel power consumption is low, only 170 watt. AMD RX 6700 XT 230 watt, 6750 XT 250 watt, and RTX 4070 is 200 watt. So Intel consumes lower power. So in this 4 card, definitely Intel Arc B580 is the winner because of its attractive price. If you ask me, should we buy Intel Arc B580, I will say definitely you should buy this graphics card because it's cheap, and nvidia and AMD should look this Intel GPU and reduce their price, because their GPU price is pretty much high. For gamers, they should compromise their price. So what's your thought about this 4 graphics card? Please write in the comments below. That's it from now.